You're welcome to the Scholarship Hub. My name is Emmanuel and I'm on a mission to assist you to realize your full potential through academic scholarships, job opportunities abroad, and as well as to impact lives through charity projects. In today's video, we are looking at the Schwarzman Scholarship, and this is a one-year master's degree and leadership program that is offered to eligible candidates at the Tsinghua University in Beijing, China. This scholarship is looking for candidates who are able to exhibit some leadership abilities, exemplary character and integrity, academic aptitude and intellectual ability, empathy and intercultural competency, open-mindedness and entrepreneurial spirit. So apart from you being able to exhibit these qualities, you need to also have an undergraduate degree. You must be between the ages of 18 and 28. And you must be proficient in English language as well. We will be exploring further on this eligibility criteria. There are some dates that we need to take notice of, and currently the application is open for US and global applicants, Chinese applicants as well. The deadline for the US and global applicants is on the September 19th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Selection cycle is going to be between October and November. Then the program is going to begin in August 2024. Same with the applicants with Chinese passports. Although the application is open, their deadline is going to be May 20th, 2023. And the selection cycle is going to be June and July. You may want to click on apply and go ahead with the application process. However, there are some important information that I need to share before we go on to make the application. The Schwarzman Scholarship is organizing information sessions on these dates. On the May 10th, they are organizing an introduction to Schwarzman Scholars that you can register and be part of these information sessions that they are organizing. They are going to give further information into the scholarship that is going to help with your application. On May 24th, they are also going to organize another one that is going to walk you through the application process. And on June 13th is going to be an introduction to the Schwarzman Scholars. So if you are interested in this scholarship, you may want to register and make sure you join these information sessions. First of all, the application is going to be completed online and all your documents are going to be submitted electronically. Therefore, you need to create an online application portal to have your registration details to go ahead with this application. These are the supporting documents they are asking you to submit. You are going to have to submit your CV, that is 2 pages maximum. You don't need to go over 2 pages. Apart from your CV, you will be writing 2 essays, a leadership essay of 750 words and a statement of purpose of 500 words. The next document you need to submit will be the transcript. After your transcript, you're going to need 3 letters of recommendation. So maybe it is time for you to reach out to your referees and inform them that you are about to make an application, therefore they should prepare to submit a recommendation letter on your behalf. One unique thing about this scholarship application is for you to submit a 1-minute video introduction just to introduce yourself. And the reason why they are asking for this video introduction is to allow the committee to hear you introduce yourself in your own voice and style. After you've completed the online application, next is the application review and interview. So a select number of candidates are going to be invited for interviews in late October and early November. And this interview is going to be before the international panel of leaders from the variety of backgrounds. Since they need you to be physically present for this interview, all expenses for this interview is going to be catered for as well. So the scholarship is going to cater for your tuition fees, your accommodation, in-country study tour, travel to and from Beijing, your health insurance, and stipend for your personal expenses. Now let's look at how we're going to make the application for the scholarship. The application instructions provide a ton of information on how to go about with all this application. And therefore, when you're about to make the application, make sure you take your time. You read through each section and make some notes before you start the application. And this is going to be the scholarship portal that you need to upload all your documents and fill out every information that you are being asked. So the personal information, you go ahead and you type in your name, your middle name, your last name, current address, email address, your phone number, some biographical information, and citizenship information. So here you are being asked to provide a biographical profile that should amount to 100 words, and they have given us how we can go ahead and write this biographical information, which says you should summarize your main leadership accomplishments and future aspirations. And they are informing us how to go about this. It states that for reference, review biographical profiles of selected scholars. And let's see if we can have an example of good. So this is how it should read. So once you've gone through that, you can use it to write the 100 words biographical profile. Next is for you to prepare and submit your CV. If you don't know how to go about with that, I have already prepared a video on this channel that walks you through how to prepare a competitive CV. So make sure you check that video and you prepare your CV. Don't forget to also have the exact naming convention they are asking you to name your CV with. Next is the video introduction. They are asking you to record 1-minute video to introduce yourself, your interest and your personality. And you may want to record and upload on the YouTube on Vimeo, and you provide the link so that they can have access. During your application, you take your time and you read through the video instructions given. Next, you select your interest, the professional and leadership aspirations. You look through and you select which one of them aligns with your interest. And next is education. They're asking you to provide early undergraduate and graduate degrees. Language skills. English language proficiency, you need to select one of these 3 options that has been given. One is either you are a native speaker. Next one is either you've studied at least 2 years in English at an undergraduate or graduate level, or if you've written any English language proficiency exam and you want to submit a copy, that is also allowed. So with leadership roles, you're expected to showcase up to 5 leadership roles that illustrate your demonstrated leadership experience. Awards and recognition. So awards and recognitions, you are to showcase up to 5 awards, recognitions or publications that are of distinction in your leadership trajectory. Let's look at professional experience. So with professional experience, you have to list up to 2 of your most recent full-time work experience in chronological order. Don't forget to read all the information whilst you are going about with this application, because it is stated that you do not have to list part-time work, internships, volunteering opportunities as well. So make sure you go through all the information whilst you go about with this application. Now let's look at the essays you are to write. There is a detailed instruction on how to go about with this essay. Ensure to go through the instructions that has been given for each essay that needs to be written. And don't forget to use this exact naming convention that they're expecting you to use. So with the leadership essay that amounts to 750 words maximum, it is stated here that normally the most effective method one can use to convey this example is either by presenting a story or a narrative, and they've given you some examples that you can use to write the 750 word leadership essay. Let's look at some of the examples. A time you used your intellectual abilities to identify an important challenge or opportunity and how you crafted a solution. So you can present a story or a narrative in this example that has been given, or an instance when you used your interpersonal skills to inspire a team effort towards a solution. You may want to reflect on examples of when you have used your leadership abilities to achieve something significant and present a story or narrative in this format. So with the statement of purpose that is 500 words maximum, I have done a video on how to write a compelling statement of purpose. You may want to check that as well, and make sure you read the instruction that has been given. Now after you've written the leadership essay and the statement of purpose, you're also expected to answer these 2 questions with 100 words maximum each. Take one aspect of the mission of the Schwarzman Scholars as you see it and describe how it aligns with where you are today, professionally and personally, and how it will advance your goals. Next is an opportunity for you to tell the admissions committee something that they may not know about you throughout this application that you've made. This is an opportunity for you to sell yourself to the admissions committee. Tell them why they need to give you the scholarship and why they think you are the best candidate for the scholarship. Next is recommendations. You have been asked to provide details of 3 referees who should submit a letter of recommendation on your behalf. So they've given you a ton of information on who is qualified to submit a letter of recommendation. It can be your employer, it can be your supervisor, it can be your mentor, it can be your faculty member, or other appropriate recommender. So make sure you go through all this information before you provide details of your referee. Next is the disciplinary action. You are supposed to go through all these questions and select the appropriate answers. Next is additional information. With the additional information, because the interviews is going to be an in-person interview, you are being asked to select the anticipated location. So this should be the country that you think you will be in during the time that you will be called for the interview. You are providing this information for them to be able to book your flights and your hotel for the interviews. And on this same page, they are giving you an opportunity to clarify any comments that you've made in your application earlier. So it can be, for example, if you took a leave of absence, you faced unusual circumstances in your studies or in your career, and you want to explain further. That should be 200 words maximum for you to explain yourself and to give clarification on some comments you've made in your application earlier. They're also asking you for post-bachelor's full-time work experience, if any, you provide that. Your race and ethnicity, if you'd want to also clarify that. Next is for you to provide an electronic signature. So you may want to read through all these paragraphs and you type in your full name. After you've provided all the details that you've been asked for this application, a submission link will appear for you to click on submit. And that should be that for this scholarship application. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. Stay safe.